Jenny. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just closed out. I don't like the volume to the upside right now. The weird price. I really think we're gonna dump, but I don't know why we're holding up. PMI came in good, but genuinely don't think we got so much more session liquidity under us than we do above us. We got London lows, New York lows, Asia. Then my RSI randomly gets deleted. All right, Rastas. This is going to be a difficult day to trade, I can tell. I'm about to just close this position. This is just like, what the fuck? Just pump city. Pump motherfucking city, boy. Good close too on a 3-minute candle. This is looking like A1 for longs. 3-minute breakage structure. I should have waited till I was closer to open, but I didn't. Oh my god. For the charts, might just be cooked right now. I might just exit this and just reevaluate. Because shit's just pumping nuts, bro. I'm willing to bet that, yeah. There's a bearish SMT at these highs. 5-minute one. So here's a high. I'm gonna get knocked out on MQ. MQ's the lagging index, thank God, today, because if it wasn't, I'd be knocked out already on this trade. SMT is right here. It's being created. Facing up. Facing down. Oh, yeah. No reason to keep this. I don't know. It's gonna shoot to try to correct. And I already don't want to see more than this, to be honest. With CPI, it's like it's hard to trade CPI, in my opinion. Like after the fact, it's CPI after the fact of CPI, just because of the mere fact that like market is so imbalanced. Market's just like shooting for all-time high, like shooting for highs that like usually is like not really crazy for. Yeah, I'm about to just take my loss right here. This shit just wants to pump. I don't know. I'm trying to make it to market open because we're starting to build overbought conditions, and my original stop was above these highs because I really think that like genuinely it was like up here. It was actually at 150, just beyond it almost, because I really don't think that the market's gonna want to go all the way the fuck up there. We sweat the liquidity for the day. Now CPI highs. I mean, I don't think we're gonna go for data highs an hour after we made them. Just wouldn't make sense to me. So I think as long as we can make it to market open, and this S&P actually gets created, then we'll have a chance, a fighting chance, with my original take profit. And my stop loss, original stop loss, but my original take profit was literally down here, because I was thinking like this shit could really pop off, but that's not something I really want to bet on. Just want to get my money and leave. So just beyond Asia session lows and like the last resistant internal low before the 5-minute big ass fat ass gap from yesterday. Barely overbought conditions were basically met on every time frame on RSI charts. Got a 5-minute SMT at the highs. Data highs sitting above us. Well, CPI highs. Oh, wow. Manipulation to the downside. I was going to mark out that break of structure, but that is some strong manipulation. Just like teleported from negative 30 to break even. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. $50. It's tempting to go break even here because 1 minute's oversold, 5 minutes oversold, and we've been like kind of going to the upside. Like part of me wants to go break even right here because we could be going down to go straight back up, bruh. I've been traumatized by the market. I've seen it do things like this and then it completely reverse and it not even makes sense. Like completely reverse what it's doing currently. Just because the market open. The market makers had something else cooked up. Five seconds till open. Just hope I don't get Uno reversed. So that'd be really bushy. No take profit set, but I have it mentally set. I only don't have them set because for some reason the execution things for AMP and TradingView, I can't I don't want to do it because it's worked before, probably how it has been supposed to be working, but damn, market's crazy right now. Market doesn't even know what it wants to do. Yeah, but for some reason, when you're on live accounts and you have a take profits and stop loss set or whatever, for some reason, it doesn't let you all the time. Like, it says that there's too many orders out. So, it won't fill you when you click exit position. It won't just close your limits and stuff and then close your position for you. You have to manually do it. So sometimes I'll close out my take profit because it's honestly the least important, and then I'll leave my stop losses so it's easier to exit the position if I need to manually exit. The only thing now that I don't like is that SMT was definitely corrected. So now it can, there's really no bullish conviction now that I have to the downside except this break of structure to the downside, which I guess is pretty significant because it is what it is. So happy I held this. Imagine the pain I would have felt closing the position at negative $60 when I knew I just needed to wait until open. I'm probably gonna take right here, low key. I don't like when the market doesn't move. I'm just so lazy, and especially when we're in overbought conditions. or oversold conditions. Because in the when the market's fresh open like this, it just goes to break even back and forth all fucking day. Yeah, easy $30 P&L. And look at that. See what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, when the market's fresh into open like this, you don't know what it's going to do. So if you're up a few $100s because of your leverage, or you're up whatever amount you are up, and you feel like you should take it and you're not confident in what the market is doing, take it. There's no shame in that. I see a lot of people making that misconception that like you need to have a consistent like operation in terms of how you manage trades, which is true. You should manage them pretty like consistently, but that doesn't mean like set a take profit, set a stop loss, and don't touch your position until one of those are filled. Because I used to be the guy that was like, oh, I'm not following my strategy if I'm moving my take profit and stop loss from the first time I touched it. It's like the market changes, bro. The market changes every 5 minutes. The market can switch. Like, literally. Perfect example is right here. Like, literally perfect example. We're slowly consolidating upwards, create SMT at the highs, correct the SMT by moving lower. We even gaps low enough to like create a gap, create these big ass gaps. Probably creating an SMT at these lows. Yeah, exactly. Creating an SMT at these lows. 1 minute SMT at these lows. Probably in the 5 minute too. We corrected a 5 minute SMT to make another one at the lows. Maybe going for these data highs. I'm gonna wait for a fresh candle. I mean, we just broke structure to the downside. And what did we create? 3 minute SMT. Bullish one at the bottom. At the lows here. Probably going in for these highs. If we do close like that. See what I mean though? This is exactly what the market likes to do. It likes to break structure to the upside, say, "Oh, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do great," and it says, "Psych, I lied." That's gonna be difficult to get through on ES. I'm just betting on the extension higher. I mean, technically, we haven't even broke structure. But I think this can move higher. After a move like that, I mean, I don't know. No? No extensive leg higher after that? Let's see if it works this time. Okay, so yeah, I closed my position that time, but like it's so inconsistent. So badly inconsistent. Market's looking not good to trade today. I'm not gonna lie. 8 minutes in the open, we made equal parts directions in both directions. With CPI, I mean, it's kind of like hit or miss. Right before open, a 50 point move lower. Isaac, what's up, bro? Trading's been alright. The cash account that I have, or that I opened, I don't know if you were there for it, but I opened up a cash account, $300, traded it down. Literally took losses, just loss after loss, to 100 till it was at like $150, and now it's at like 760 currently. So I traded it up in like a week or so, but that's pretty much the only thing new. That's what I was looking for. This is the move that I was looking for back here. Because like after a move like that, usually we retrace and then we start getting just pumped. But I don't think I'm going to get in on this now. It's a little too late. We're developing the 1 minute SMT. I should have been on that. I hate that the consistency of like me exiting a trade is so hit or miss. Like I swear to God, I was really expecting that when I closed that to not work, because it literally 9 times out of 10 doesn't. You're good, man. I get it. The holiday season, New Year's. Three-minute. Dude, and look how uncorrelated ES is. This shit doesn't even make sense. Such doo-doo butt market conditions. Look at that. Wow. Wow. I really thought that me exiting the trade was not going to work, and turns out market pumps just goes. We're straight on it though. We're about to create another SMT, looks like, because ES is not pulling its weight. It's definitely not pulling its weight. But the way the market acts out, bro, wouldn't doubt it at all if this shit just pumps. I really like the price action today. 50 point move lower, instantly gets bought back, all 50 points, and then we're just extending to data highs we created an hour ago. No, I'm on the cash account right now. I'm just, I'm complaining a little bit because I was just in longs and I was saying how I want to target these highs, but I exited the position trying to show you guys that the rejection order that I get for when I have a stop loss and take profit, but literally the one time I go to show you guys it closes my position. So bookie butt. Now you can see it in the bottom left, I think. It says AMP live connected. Oh no, you can't because of my here, I'll move the thing. There you go. AMP live, there you go. Here, I'll move. If I'm over here. Nah, this makes more sense if I'm up here. Low key, yeah. I don't know, maybe bottom left, I don't know. Kind of like the bottom left. Yeah, I'm taking a break from fundeds. Then, Johns, the way I do it, the way I trade fundeds, it's like so expensive. It's like, I just want to save money because I'm trying to live in a house, bro. I'm trying to get into a house. Bro, and now we're dumping? Like, I don't get this stupid ass market. Yeah, bro, what's up with your futures, man? Wait for this candle to close. Maybe I'll get on some short. Shouldn't bottom blast this. How do they work on CFDS? You have one account, but if seems on like on futures, people have multiple accounts at one time. Yeah, so people do that. CFDS. I've never heard of that abbreviation. Let me look it up. Yeah, people do have multiple accounts at one time. CFD trading explain. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what this is. Yeah, so basically there's Top Step. Everyone knows Top Step. Everyone hears about Top Step. Everyone knows Top Step. Top Step make a program called Project X. Project X has a in-game, like an in-program, a programmed-in copy trader, and you have the ability to copy trade up to 5 accounts with Project X. And like a couple months ago, Top Step released this program to all brokers or prop firms that wanted to use it. It was supposed to be for new traders to get easier like reps and trades. It had a good stop loss. It was like good stop loss mechanics, had the copy trader, had everything you needed as a trader. But and you can copy trade that. But recently they took that away from all the prop firms and made it their own private program. So it's a little complicated probably now in the air because it's not as easy as just, you know, signing up for that type of stuff. But if you're signed up with the prop firms through like if it's primarily Tradevate or like TradeStation or one of those, and you're using TradingView, you're only going to be able to use one account at a time, basically. Because TradingView is just, that's how they operate. Like it's like a third-party operating system that you're just using an account for. But when I was but it is possible to copy trade using TradingView. That's how I was using those 7 accounts with Apex Trading. I bought 7 individual prop firm accounts, and then there's another third-party applications you can get, like TradeSync, Tradecopia, or something, and you can copy trade Tradeovate accounts. Yeah, well, I mean, another thing too, bro, is like leverage matters a lot to a lot of these to with a lot of these like things you're seeing online for sure. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Like some people will be in a position for that's up like $15,000 and their take profit is like 25 grand. I'm like, how is this like what are you doing differently that I'm not seeing? You know what I mean? That like how are you floating $10,000 like casually? And I get that it's on Instagram and I take that into consideration every time, but like if they have a 150K account, you can assume you can 3x the leverage that you're used to on a 50K account. So if you're risking $800 to make 1,600 on a 50K account, you can assume that you're risking $3,000 to make $9,000, nearly like a 3x on your money, just because of the leverage and just because the rules are looser. Like you can lose more money, you can afford to lose more money than you can with a 50K account, which is another reason why people buy the multiple 50K accounts, because you don't have to you can risk $500, but that $500 is risked 5 times multiplied by 5 because you have 5 accounts linked to all the one leading account. It's pretty complicated. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds complicated. There's like a lot of factors. Oh yeah, they were ahead of the game. They were ahead of the game for a lot of freaking reasons. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first started TradingView, they didn't have Top Step X. When I first got into trading, they didn't have Top Step X made. And I remember going from paper trading on TradingView and having the drag to stop loss, drag to take profit, like the ones where you're looking at right now on my screen, and going on to buy a prop firm, and you had to set stop limits and stop buys to get stopped out of your position, and it didn't tell you the price. So you had to do all the math manually. Like you had to like say, okay, I'm going in with one MNQ. That's $2 per point. I'm risking 15 points, all while the market is going and you're and moving and stuff like that. So it was kind of complicated at first for me to do that because I was trading Top Step accounts through TradingView through Tradeovate. But then like 3 months after I was trading, they came out with Project X, and I was like kind of iffy about it because I was so used to TradingView at that point. I was already used to setting stop losses, and setting alerts and stuff like that, trading alerts when it would get close to my stops. But then I finally decided to get onto Project X, and that's when like my interest for trading like popped off because I saw that there was a copy trader in there. I saw that you could have the opportunity to buy 5 accounts, $55 plus the $150 activation fee, and you can basically turn a $200 investment into a $1,500 investment in a month, and then you can multiply it by 5, which is crazy to me. So that's what got me so motivated. And then after months went by of me trading with Top Step and losing probably hundreds to thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds to thousands of dollars, to prop firms, and just spam buying my credit card with props to always be trading live money, I realized this shit's not sustainable. This shit is not sustainable whatsoever. I need to be trading something different. A year went by. I traded on Apex. I traded on Apex Trades. Yo, I hate this volatile ass market right now, brother. What in the fuck are these dumbass, long ass wicks? Like what? Doo-doo long wicks in the 1 minute. I'm about to just exit this trash ass market and just. The funny thing is though is that I just like talking to you guys. I just like talking to air. So it's nice to be able to talk to air or whatever, but shouldn't be forcing trades I wouldn't be forcing if I wasn't live. But whatever. Oh my god, this game is trash. This game is trash. I better keep my money for the day and be done. But yeah. Yeah, then I changed prop firms because I saw a guy on Instagram say that he switched prop firms after trading like a year on the same prop firm, but it turned into like it was so toxic. He said it was so toxic for him like mentally because he spent so much money with props with this specific one prop firm that like he like every time he would buy a prop firm he couldn't pass it because he was trying to like he was so focused on trying to make money. So he switched a prop firm. First account that he bought with a different prop firm he passed and got a payout with. And literally, as ironic as that is, I failed one prop firm. I failed a prop firm. And look at this, bro. 1 minute chart goes up like this, and then it just crushes, like for this third time. Bro, I don't get this shit. I exit damn near break even just for it to go right back in my position. Shit is the most frustrating conditions. Like the most bookie ass conditions. 40-point move in either direction again, bro. This is what trash conditions. If you don't know what the definition of trash fucking conditions are, this is it. We move 45 points down to move 55 points up to move like another 55 points down. It's like, oh god, my god, dude. So fucking godly horrible. Look at the 3 minute chart. Just looks like trash. And it's all because the ES is not like correlated at all. We're not falling as hard as we are. But yeah. I switched to alpha. Blew up one of their props. And then the next one I passed and got a payout with them. Yeah, every prop firm is monthly, but you go like how I would trade the evaluation is you buy the evaluation is monthly. But once you get to the profit target, you pay the activation fee, and then you don't pay anymore. Like the monthly, you don't pay monthly anymore. Which is nice because some prop firms have accounts that are like $30 more than the $50 a month one, and like so they're like $85, and they're like $85, and you don't have to pay an activation fee, which is really nice. It's just pass and then play, basically. Well, I hope they fixed whatever, because there's some, like, another thing that's, like, kind of a random thought, but, another concurrent thing that happens is like TradingView will like kind of like fuck up, not fuck up, but there'll be like minuscule little like functionality glitches that they fix on and off. And I swear that when I would go to close my position, even with insta no confirm trades on, it would still reject my order when I would go to close it with a stop loss and take profit. Super frustrating, because there was times where I'd have a take profit or a stop loss, it would manipulate through my stop loss and it wouldn't fill my order. It would like cancel it because it just manipulated right through it. And so when I would go to spam close position, it would just say the order book is like, the order book has too many orders on it. And I was like, what? So I canceled my stop and limit, and that's when it was letting me cancel my position. Yeah, exactly. So the longer the time you're spending to pass the account, if you're spending more than a month to pass the account, then you should be trading paper until you're like used to the leverage that it requires to pass a prop firm. Otherwise, there's really no point in my opinion, there's really no point in trading prop firms like that unless you're like really like you personally think to yourself that you're really locked in and you have like a day job that's like good income, blah blah blah, you have money putting away every month. There's no reason for you to like get into trading through prop firms through live data. I think there's a lot of benefits in like trying to sign up for a cash account and then putting like $500 in there and then just trading one contract and seeing how far it gets you. I think that's a good idea too. But there's no shame on the prop firm route. I mean, prop firms, there's just some more to calculate. And if you're a new trader, it's like kind of hard to focus on trading. Because like prop firm trading is like a whole different type of strategized trading. I use MT5 to trade. I think they banned it in the US. Yeah, MetaTrader 5. Is that MetaTrader 5? I know we have MetaTrader. We definitely have MetaTrader. And like no, you can put multiple contracts on one account. One account is just one account, but the contracts just matter. The only thing with the contracts in the account that matter is how much money you have in the account. Like my balance on this account is $700, so every $100 I could buy one MNQ contract, one micro MNQ contract, because of the prop firm that I currently have. But technically I could have like 7 contracts here with $700, which would be crazy because it would be $14 in leverage per point with only a $700 balance. So it'd be like, I call them contracts because it is kind of a contract, like a deal. Every buy or sell position is a contract. You're saying, I'm betting to short the market, and for you to get out of that market, for you to get out of that position, you have to have a buyer. So it is a contract. It's an undisclosed contract. It's an undisclosed contract, unsaid contract between you and like the commodity, basically, like you and the S&P 500. I'm about to take my money right here, bro. I'm sick of looking at the charts. Taking what's mine right there. Wow. Beautiful trading. Beautiful trading. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trading. Beautiful trading on my part. Wow. $100 balance, or $100 day. Cash. $891 on the cash account. Took a lot of trades though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 trades. 4 trades. $100. Honestly, I just want to take a moment here and say how blessed I am to be able to do and say this, like say the shit I'm doing, tell you the shit I'm doing, all this, because months ago I would have placed probably double the amount of trades and would have been feeling like crazy, like feeling like shit almost. But it feels like I haven't done anything but just sit at my computer desk and do nothing. But I made $110 cash, or $118 cash, whatever it was, $115 cash. $5 of that goes to commissions. The rest of it's mine by tomorrow morning. I'm sitting at $625 in raw profits for my initial investment. So, and I exited out the bottom, which is like the nice thing. The only reason why I exited right there was because we slowed down. Like if we continued to move and we swept out this liquidity here and these draws here completely without getting close, without slowing down, then I would have kept the position. But based off the context of the market, the conditions of the market, every time we went down, we went up like either just as strong or half as strong, and that's exactly what happened here. We moved lower, failed to push through these recent lows, these internal lows. What does that make me think? The market is just stopping at the stop sign to turn at the intersection. That's what I like to call it. This motherfucker said, we're not gonna sweep all that liquidity 5 points away from us. We're gonna actually stop and make a U-turn, go to 7-Eleven, and we're basically right back at break even. Probably only up like $40 if we did not exit the position right then and there. And that's why, that's why emotions matter the most. There's a lot of opportunity in this market right here. A lot of shit happened here. A lot of people made money, a lot of people lost money. So you just got to keep in mind, like, understand what you're feeling, understand what your emotions are. There was one time specifically here where I managed my emotions and I became aware of what I was feeling, and that was right here on this initial short. I took a short here on the top of this candle thinking we were going to slide down. We literally, for all of open until open, consolidated bullishly until we rejected and fell lower. And I took profit on this one, but it didn't end up mattering. But that's where I felt like I needed to exit when I was up here at negative $60. 2 minutes and all it took was waiting 2 more minutes and I was up $60. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes like your emotions really just dictate, no matter what opportunity the market feeds to you, your emotions are the end all dictator of what is going to happen. I could have easily exited the position at negative 60 and revenge traded my way up until negative fucking 200 today because I exited at negative 60 and it moved in my direction right after, or right here even. I could have took a short and waited 5 minutes to make $100 like I did and be happy with where it was and just exit. And also, mind you, I didn't just exit because I was happy with where it was. I exited because of what the market was showing me. It manipulated to the downside, failed to easily sweep this internal low resistant liquidity, and based off the conditions, I did not want to be in that because of the ranging conditions. I know I yap a lot, but there's a lot of factors in the market, and that's exactly what you got to consider when you're trading, because And that's why a lot of people, and that's another reason why a lot of people talk about getting screen time, so hella screen time, just being on the charts and just watching how the charts move every single day. And you're going to start to obtain a default or like an average of what you can expect. And then once you have that expectation, assuming that you're trading it, you're going to also have a strategy or two, or maybe like 4 confluences, 5 confluences that give you conviction to take the type of trades you're taking, either buy or sell when you're taking them. And that's the recipe. That's the recipe for consistency. If you're able to do those things, recognize the market patterns, create consistency out of them, and be consistent with yourself in the market and with your strategy, so you know what you're looking for every single time without a question, and in fact it only gets better. With those 3 things, the market is bound to make you money. People fail to talk about it, but in that Stanford study where 95% of traders fail, they forget to tell you that the percentage that fail also don't just fail, like they're literally just failures, as they're not successful people. They just failed to make money off the markets. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes emotional strength and endurance. You got to do something you don't want to do, even though you want to do it. It's one of the few things in the world that are counterintuitive mentally. Bro, like it's like trying to get a 6-pack. It's like getting a 6-pack and being profitable on the charts are equally as hard. Equally as hard. Because it's just as easy to eat that bowl of cereal, or just as easy to get that fruit snacks out the cabinet when you've already ate your dinner, than it is to just be disciplined, go to the gym, and not eat that. It's equal distance away, equal distance hardness to be not disciplined, to be disciplined. It is the matter of one thing, and that is discipline. And if you can't master discipline, then you're not going to be able to master yourself and master the charts. Just like anything in life. Anything that's worth doing is going to be hard to do. Anything worth doing is going to be hard to do. I got recently, last month, I got a new job. A $9 pay difference from my last job to this job. Am I sore every day I go to work? Hell fucking yeah. But what is worth doing will be hard to do. So you just got to keep that in mind. The reason why you want to fucking punch your monitor when you're starting to trade, and you want to fucking do horrendous things to the world, set the world on fire because of the market, that means it's worth doing it, unfortunately. Because if it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, everyone would have a Porsche. And simply, if you think about that logically, there has to be poor people to be rich people. There has to be rich people for there to be poor people. I'm just trying to be on the right side of the book. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be on the right side of the book. But anyway, I'm glad to see you back, Isaac. Make sure your ass is in the fucking Discord too, bro. I be posting up in there. Make sure your ass gets in there too. For the people watching in the future, past, present, next generation, hit like, hit subscribe, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Good trading. Had a good day today. $100 day. Yesterday made $298. That is about $415 in 2 days. So about a quarter of my check in 2 days. Like I said, you're not going to make that $1 million in a single day. You're not going to make that $10,000 a month in a single day. You're going to make, it's not going to look as beautiful and bright as you think it's going to be. When I got my payout, I did not think I was going to have that payout. I did not think I was going to be able to get that payout. But when it hit my account, it did not feel real. You're not going to be able to see something you haven't experienced. You're not going to be able to expect something you haven't experienced. So always keep an open mind. Always be able to see your thoughts like they're water flowing past you. and stay focused, because all it takes is $300 a day to have a $10,000 month. $10,000 month is what? A couple $100,000 a year, if that. And that's the minimum, if you ask me. I made $298 yesterday, $100 today. If I can consistently do this month, I'll be up $8,000 to $9,000 this month. By mid February. It's a hard thing to think about. It's a hard thing to feel. Just like my prop firms, just like that, it does not feel real. It does not feel real. Why? Because you have not experienced it. We're experienced creatures. Humans are experienced creatures. You're simply just not going to be able to fucking fathom what you have not experienced. Like I said, when I was trading really good, I was so bored. I was taking 1, 2, 3 trades, not losing more than $400 a single day. And if I lost my first trade, I wasn't trading anymore. And that's what got me my payout. I was bored every single day for a month straight trading. But what did it get me? A $1,500 check from online. And that's the only thing that replays in my head, is what did it require for me to get that payout? What was the mentality? What was my thoughts? Because I don't even look at trading videos anymore. I don't look at TJR videos. I don't look at strategy videos. I don't look at any type of trading videos anymore, unless it's psychology on money, or it's psychology on how your brain thinks. Because that's the only thing valuable to me, because now the market is affecting my brain based off of my strategy. Based off of what I see in the market, it is affecting my brain and how I feel about money. So being able to master your tie to money, master yourself, you're going to be able to master the charts. Because this is just a neutral, transparent chart of data. This isn't a person that you know is personally out to get you, right? So just got to keep that in mind. Forgot what my original rant. Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to see your success happening right before your eyes. It's just going to happen because you haven't experienced it. So that's just more of a reason to keep at it every single day. I am trying to remind myself that I'm after it every single day, because it feels like sometimes it won't feel like you're after it. But making $298 in cash in a single day, to then follow that up with absolutely not being affected at all to make $100 the next day. Even if I ended the day at negative $4, like I was thinking about earlier, that is still a W, because I'm protecting my capital and I made the conscious decision to do so. Some people can't even walk away from the charts without burning out their entire account. Right? Think about that shit, bro. There's people who can't even buy a $60 account and they don't even respect money enough to see what changes they need to make to keep the account longer than a week long. I know for a fact there's people like that, because I was that guy. I have emails probably in my fucking Gmail right now from Top Step emailing me saying that I can no longer buy Top Step accounts for the day because I bought so many just for today. Just in a single day. There was one specific time I remember being at work and I bought so many fucking prop firm accounts. By the time I got out of work, I had spent nearly as much money as I was going to get on my check. Nearly as much money as I was going to get on my check before I even left my job. And the worst part about that was that I worked at a job that was in the morning time, so I got off at 12 o'clock. And was at work at 4 a.m. So but from 4 to 12, I bought enough accounts for a fucking email to be prompted in my account saying that we can no longer sell you an account. Like, it is not recommended. They basically said it is not recommended to join join the community Top Step Discord account and talk to people. Like, they were like, you need help. What is wrong with you? But that's what it took. And that is one of the transitions. That was one of the lows that I had felt. Because driving home that day, I remember it. I remember what I was feeling. It was like existential dread. I was like, what have I done? That's how it felt. It was, what have I done? You know what I mean? And I already had, at this point, I already had $2,500 in credit card debt from just from doing what I've been doing, just from blowing accounts naturally and buying them again. But then today, and then that one day set me back further than the rest of the days. But then the day after that, I was trading differently. I had a different mindset. I was constantly reminding myself, I have to do these certain things. That what I'm doing now is not working. And that's exactly it. You experience what you shouldn't do, or you experience the good and you learn quick. That's literally the love of life. You either get lucky and you experience the right thing first, or you get lucky again and you experience the wrong thing first, and then you learn how to do it the right time. And there you go. There you go. I'm going to end it now because we hit full take profit in our imaginary trade here. Initially, my take profit was these lows, and then maybe into these lows. Definitely could have held. Like I said, I would have been up like maybe $200 at this point. But I don't think I would have been able to face a retracement this clean upwards. Let's see how it looks in the 3 minute. Yeah, especially in the 3 minute, being this close to liquidity and being so range bound today. I'm happy that I got out when I did. I'm happy with my $100. There's no need to make more than that for me. I'm on cash account. This is another lovely thing about playing cash, is that you don't feel like you need to make $1,200 to be ahead like you do on prop firms. At least that's how I feel when I'm trading props. I feel like I can jump into the market with one MNQ contract, make $100 and be good for the day. I mean, some people don't even make $100 working a full shift. So, you just got to be greedy, or not greedy all the time and greedy sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good day. I'm gonna go to the gym, go on a run or something, feed my dog.